everyone. It's Coach Stephanie Chung. I'm an award-winning executive coach, internationally renowned speaker, and sales mentor to elite salespeople. So this week, I'm excited because I got a question from one of my tribe, and the question that they asked pertained to when you are a parent who has to travel a lot for business. And what do you do when your kids make you feel a little bit guilty about traveling a lot for business? Okay, so let me just tell you, I have been there. I've been there. When I used to be, before I ran my own business, I was in the aviation industry. And one of the jobs that I had way back in the day, I actually traveled 270 days per year, when I worked for one of the major airlines. And so I know what it's like to be a parent who's not home. And every time that you get ready to leave, your kid's kind of hanging onto your coat or hanging onto your leg crying. And of course, then you're feeling guilty. So I've been there. I really have. So here's what I did. And I hope that it's helpful for some of you who are all of you who are kind of in that predicament. We know that there are times that our job just simply requires that we do have to travel. And yet little kids don't necessarily understand all that, nor should they have to. They just know that you're not there. And so what I used to do is for my daughter, I had to figure out a way that I could shift it so it wasn't such a traumatic experience every single time I left the house for a business trip. So what I did is I started making a pact with her. I call it a pact. You may call it bribery. I'm not sure, but it worked. So what I did is that she and I would sit down and I'd tell her, I'd prep her first to say, Mommy's got to go out of town. I'm going to be, gone a couple of days. And what we would do is mark it off on the calendar. So she would literally every day wake up and, mark down the days to what I was going to come back home again. But what I would also do is for every night that I was away, and this is the deal that I made with her when she was little, every night that I was away, I would bring her home a gift. So if I was going to be on a 2-night, business trip, then when I came home, she would have 2 gifts. If I was going to be gone for 3 nights, then she would have 3 gifts. If I was going to be gone just 1 night, she would have 1 gift. And the reason why I did that is it allowed her to shift the focus. So instead of being so focused on the fact that I wasn't there, she became very focused on the fact that when I got there, she was going to have gifts and presents. And of course, we'd play together and we were going to do some stuff together. And so all of that was just a matter of trying to redirect redirect her focus. I got to tell you, I did that for years for my daughter Brittany when she was little. And it wasn't big, extravagant gifts. I mean, she was little, right? So a lot of times I would just buy something at the airport on my way home. Or if I was really a proper planner, there are times I'd go to the dollar store. They got great gifts and it's $1, right? So I would go to the dollar store and pick up just a goodie bag. And so that way she'd have some toys and maybe I brought her some pieces of candy or something, whatever. She really didn't care. But the goal was that when I came home, I would have this gift in hand. And usually I'd put it in a bag. And so therefore together we'd empty out. Mommy was gone 3 days. She's got 3 gifts in there. And then she'd be able to just go through the whole experience of opening the gift and being excited about it. And so that was something that I used. And again, I worked in aviation. So pretty much most of her childhood, I was traveling a lot, sometimes more than others, but I really had to come up with a technique that wouldn't make the experience traumatic for her or I, right? So what I did and what worked for me, and I hope it works for you, is I literally started to reshift her focus so that for every night that Mommy was gone, she knows that when I came home, she'd have that many gifts to open. And then I would just go to the dollar store, buy really inexpensive gifts. And that's what we did. And that's how I was able to get her okay with the fact that I was traveling so much. I hope you found this tip helpful. Now remember, you're smarter than you think, way cooler than they ever told you. Now, let's get on out there and sell something.